Hello, I'm Peter French, and we hope you're enjoying this series, which continues with implementation in the second slide set of the second session of the series entitled Leadership Applied. We hope you got a lot of value from reviewing the risk in projects, building a sales process application that fits your context, and starting to build systems around the sales funnel. So, you must keep risk in mind and build appropriate systems that include a bottoms-up and a top-down view of what the future state requires. Then, you understand your accountability for producing a sales pipeline, a business system from which you demand accuracy, improved metrics through your focus on the technicians, the sales folk that inhabit that process. So now, let's look at a new tool, contribution. A GP tool, a GP percentage tool that can be used to evaluate customer against each other, salespeople's performance, as well as which product or projects were profitable. This enables us to use the twin levers of price and cost to improve gross profit. You've already got the heart of the sales system or revenue generation system. Here is the body. Let's take just one product or project as an example of why this tool is so powerful. Firstly, your accounting system should be able to produce the number of units sold while we concentrate just on column 1. Next, the invoice value of the number of units is recorded. Again, your accounting system should be up to this. Lastly, we have to make some decisions as we decide on the cost of sales. This can be very complex as we strive to make this number as representative of reality as possible, including insurance and things like cost of holding products or underutilized professional staff, a proportion of fixed costs somehow allocated by revenue generated or by each project or product, etc. Or we can use just the collected cost of a project or the landed price of a product as a minimum requirement. Let your accountant guide you in this decision. Then, our model works out the gross profit, the GP, by subtracting the cost of sale from the turnover. So you say, you know the GP percentage of your enterprise and it's part of the management accounts that happen every month. But in our experience, they're glanced at by the entrepreneurial leader and forgotten. There's no context to understanding that number, that GP percentage number, with either their history or their future. So underperforming elements of the business are also lost in an enterprise view. Enter the executive dashboard. This tool will save for a future presentation, but suffice to say, when you have the data, you need to build a vision-fueled benchmark of what you as a leader expect from this process. A monthly representation of the data achieved, in this case, GP percentage, and a trend line that shows either that we're flat or we're going north or we're going south, and the mindset of attack or defend. Attack to improve outcomes with an executive focused review of management action. Defend our activities to make sure that what we have does not slip. These displays are motivational, and I've often seen them used in employee inclusive feedback to build engagement, taking the outcome responsibility. Back to contribution. As the owner leader, you use this tool for strategic positioning of your product or projects, or customer grouping, or even sales performance. we utilize two levers of influence. One is price and the other cost of sale. A strategic decision is to put up prices, irrespective of market conditions, as the product or project is not contributing effectively. Or, when the margins are acceptable, bring down price to acquire market dominance or even drive a competitor out of the market. This is normally done at the start of a financial year. A tactical use of this tool may be to put up prices 2, maybe even multiple times a year, as we see low resistance to the price of our product. You'll need another tool to understand this fully, but patience, it's coming. The other lever of influence is cost of sale. Keeping everything else the same, if we bring down the cost of sale, we will also improve GP percentage. A strategic example of this is to change from flying products in by air to bulk buying and shipping the products in by sea, or moving from having your own underutilized professional staff, services staff, to outsourcing and hiring them by product on a contractual basis. We actually saw one customer with a very poor performing product remove all personnel from the sale and distribution of just that product and move that single product to an e-commerce platform. Buy, track, and self-install model decimated their cost of sale and quadrupled their margin, also known as Ubering. Now, how and why should we forecast what is to be done? The forecast is a global positioning system, a GPS, to get us from where we are to where we want to be, and ticks all the steps along the way. Without a map, we can start off on the right road and lose our way, or start on the wrong road and never get to the target. Having a tool like this is a serious asset of value, because if you can show a forecast accurate to within a couple of percentage and a history of achievement, then business loans, equity value, premium business valuation, and all are all positively influenced by such a tool. It looks busy, but stick with me and use the free discussion hour if it doesn't make all that sense. Firstly, we have the concept that the unit plan for the year is sacrosanct, and we need to do everything in our power to make that number happen. In the model, we want 13 units for the year. Although we only show a couple of months in this model, we allocate that unit target to each month, taking account of seasonality and all those kind of things. Then we keep track of achievement for each salesperson, and also by implication the aggregated enterprise view of all unit sales in every month. Finally, our model calculates over and under performance, and a variance is shown. Now, the golden bullet is that this over and under performance changes the target for the next month, so that the end of the year is held. We can see that if we can make our year end almost every month, but definitely by the end of the first quarter, we know what we have to do. We have the making of a tool filled with numbers, probably rubbishy thumbsuck numbers, but with every year you stick to it, it will become better and better until you have a systemized tool and a motivated team to deliver the outcomes between 2.5% and 5% accuracy. Would you demand less from any of the other business processes in your business? Now, at the end of month end, we interrogate the actual units achieved, the variance from our budget, and the new target that must be won if we're going to keep that year target sacrosanct. At the end of the first month of the year, the enterprise leader has a discussion with the manager of the sales process to understand the achievement for that month. Of course, the discussion is documented and has a set agenda. What happened? What was the outcome? What actions are following? Your mindset here is attack a deficit or defend the attributes of a successful month. In the second month, again with a set agenda, one of the attack tactics may be to document and deliver a performance improvement plan, a PIP, to underperformers, including your manager maybe, of the process. Then, at the end of the first quarter, if underperformance is the order of the day, you seriously need to make decisions about those individuals who are not contributing. Can they be rehabilitated, or if they need to be replaced? And the possibility that we may need to review the year's target. Yeah, either up or down. Why is this concentration on the year target? You'll see in a minute with another golden bullet. The monetary value of the year's unit is calculated by the average selling price to give us a sense of the value of these product lines or project lines. Accuracy is not the order of the day here. We're not trying to hit the moon with a rocket. We're just trying to get a sense of how well or badly we're doing. The model takes into account how our budget revenue figure is being covered. The golden bullet here is that this number has to cover the financial goals and budget for the enterprise. Without this closed loop feedback, the budget for the enterprise becomes the tool to influence investment, new machinery, people, cars, fixed costs, and operating spending, advertising, stock, promotions, new hires, anything that means money you have or money you have to borrow is being used up. Now, the enterprise income and expenditure budget is influenced by the sales forecast feedback every month of the year. There are many other feedback links from this forecast that optimize executive decisions on things like stock holding, ordering patterns and volumes, or even personal hiring. When you can hold your hand on your heart and know we can deliver the numbers, running the business becomes so much easier given these feedback paths. Yep, make it simple. Try it as a proof of concept and then innovate and implement. A critical success factor is your persistence. If achievement against budget is useless, where's the error? Is it the wrong budget, the wrong delivery, inept management, or the activity of sales? Never forget the leader's accountability. This is a growth and survival necessity.